Hello, welcome back, guys. Who's ready to plan the first week of May? If you haven't already, jump into the description for this video and grab the copy of the template. I did not end up planning last week, but I did, I shouldn't say that. I didn't do the full plan. I did the partial plan. I got it into my planner. And then the rest of the week, I felt like I was missing things. So, yeah, let's plan together. How's everyone doing? Writing was so good today. I don't know where to take that next part. But you know what? That is a problem for future me. Tomorrow I can sit down and figure out and hammer out what that looks like. I managed to do it in the main story. I could do it with this one too. So who do we have with us? Hey, Kat, welcome. Hey, Badget, how's it going, hon? Rita, hello. And Candace, how are you guys all doing? Is everybody ready? Let me know with a yay in the chat so that we know when to get ready or get started, I should say. And we can dive on in. You're looking to have this template so that we can all fill it out together. So let's proceed. So this is page 1. This is very much your ordinary world, all the regular things that we have to get done. These are all our commitments, and not really the ones that we want to be doing generally, the ones that we do because we feel obligated or because, well, maybe we do want to do them, or some part of us wants to do them because we love the people that we're doing them for, right? That we're doing it for. So that kind of is that. This is kind of the overall. This is our distractions. These are the things that are kind of getting in the way of that creative time. Hi, Misty. Welcome. Hey, Elizabeth. Okay, and our special world, it's just all about the actual goals that we have for ourselves and the things that we want to get done to move ourselves forward into the future 2.0 version of ourselves we want to be. And backstory, a set of events that have occurred before the main story. And we're going to use that first little piece there on the left-hand side of page 1. Hey, Vamika, hello, how's it going, hon? And this is just basically taking a little look at what happened last week and celebrating, taking notes on things that worked for us, things that didn't work for us, things that we learned about our process, just taking a little inventory so we can move forward with a better understanding. And then there's finally that avoidance one, which is the things that we've been putting off and putting off. You know that thing you write into your planner week after week after week and you never actually check it off? That's all about the avoidance. Hey, Lori, she's here. Hello, Elizabeth. I managed to stop obsessing over word count this week and focus on finishing chapter edits. Very nice. Last week. We play this game every time, don't we? We are planning. Let's make it simple. We are planning for next week. It has not begun yet. It's next week, right? It starts on Monday, the 29th, right? So everything that we are doing up to this point, including today, when we finish today with our planning, there may be a few things we can still check off, right? We still have some time in the day. Let's see. Vamka, good. Had a first meetup of a writing group my sister has made. Oh, and your sister's in it? Oh, that's very cool too. I love that. Elizabeth, I am going to clean my car this weekend. We did that a couple weekends ago. Okay, guys, let's dive on in and see how we did this week. So first part we're going to do is we're going to reflect on and celebrate our successes and gold star moments. I swear I keep telling myself I'm going to get some gold star stickers. I need to do that. And then we're going to analyze our challenges, our biggest distractions, and our best fixes. My little man is behind me, but I think he's going to be mellow. Elizabeth, it is next week. The calendar says Sunday is the first day of the week, although we like to treat Monday as the first day of the week. I know. Those ones up there behind me are printed with the Sunday start. The amount that they mess me up is insane because just about everything else I have set up as Monday starts. But I couldn't find any that I liked, and I kind of like the look of those ones, so I went with it. But everything else is set with a Monday start, so I hear you. Okay, and we're going to really focus in on those best fixes because what we find works for us, we want to keep. We want to catalog. We want to be able to use them again in the future. And our avoidance. Why are you avoiding it? Does it still matter? We're going to break it down. Define the first action step we can take to get it off of our list, because that's what we want to do, is make movement on it, move it forward, take steps to get it gone. Sometimes it is a single step task. Sometimes it's just the first of many. But if we start, we can start seeing it go away. And we're going to make it priority number 1 for Monday morning. Let's see. Yeah, what funny is one of my coworkers got dragged in as one of her sisters wanted her to be with her at the gym. Very cool. Hey, Rena, welcome on. Elizabeth, almost all countries in North and South America start their week on Sunday, while countries in Europe and Oceania, I know I'm saying that wrong, overwhelmingly start on Monday. The world's most popular continents are split. Roughly half the countries in Africa and Asia are on Team Sunday, the other on Team Monday. That is interesting. I did not realize it was that tight. I think it just works. It works for me because I see Sunday as sort of a built-in catch-up day. And for me, I just see it as Monday is when I get to turn the page and it's a new week. And Sunday has always kind of felt like it's that day that I kind of get the rest of everything done that didn't quite get done. So yeah, that's where my thinking is. I don't call it a buffer day because there's other specific things that happen during it. But the latter half of that day always has worked like that in my mind. It's I can get this done before the week starts, right? Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up and figure out our gold star moments, our best fixes, and what we've been avoiding, and what we're going to do about it. And go. Mm. Okay. Misty too. This is so interesting. Oh yeah, for sure. Rita, I like to put the weekend together. School started on Mondays. Yeah, exactly, right? I don't know if that's the hangover from days of school, but Sunday was like the last chance to get everything done before school on Monday morning, right? Elizabeth, Sunday is the day I go to church and I take Sundays off from running, so I like to treat Sunday as the last day of the week. Yeah. I have avoided cleaning and I will make it a priority. I will clean tomorrow. Perfect. Kat, I also start my week on Monday. Oh yeah, I think a lot of us do because it just gives us a clean break. And throwing the weekend together as a whole, I think it gives it more meaning. For years, I used the Sunday start calendar, and it always felt like the weekend got broken up in a weird way. Like it didn't quite work as a whole. I don't know. I like it as its own little unit. Lori, my biggest school star moment was officially becoming retired, and I'm hoping it will last. You know what? I've been dying all week to give this to you. To retirement! Woo! I know I did it during the race sprints, but I want to do it during the planning because you get to plan a whole new life. I love this. Congrats, hon. Did they sprinkle confetti on you when you retired? Probably not. Elizabeth, my biggest gold star is learning to not obsess over word count and focus on chapter developmental edits. So I'll take a bit of a lower word count in exchange to getting chapters done. Oh yeah, for sure. I also hit to 6K. Ooh, nice. Words for Count Nano, which is an amazing achievement. Nice. And a congrats from Misty. Yeah, I originally put my goal at I was going to do 10. I thought, no, that's too low. I went with 20. Then I moved it to 30. I did get the 30 yesterday. But we still have a few more days. So I'm going to keep putting the numbers in there just to see where I end up, because I want to see what it equates out to with doing the 90-91 challenge and that hour and a half of just that focused writing time each day, and seeing what that comes out to be. I know I'm outlining, taking notes, but I'm also giving myself time for revision within that window. So it's not always fresh words. I think I have one day that I did like 300 because just about everything was basically just reevaluating with tiny little changes, and it barely changed the word count at all, right? So, but I want to see where it ends up for the month. So I'm going to keep counting for the next few days and just see what happens. And just for future data for as to if I'm busy, what can that look like in the future, right? Let's see, Elizabeth, I'll reach 60K words for countdown around by the end of Tuesday. Oh, of course you will. You're going to surpass it, hon. You will. Raina, I like to start my week. Pardon me, guys. I have the tiniest bit of the beginning of a cold or something, and it's like, go away. Raina, I like to start my week on Monday too, and I like to plan my week on Sunday. Today, I spent my day helping my daughter sort her room out. Sweet. I have one I still need to do that with, and the other not so much. She can do it. Or as far as avoidance, I'm avoiding cleaning and organizing the basement. The action I need to take is to break down each area and focus on that so it's not so overwhelming. Oh yeah, basement can be, just do corners or something to start with, or even pieces of furniture of depending on what's down there, right? I'll just listen in and plan to rewatch the lives when I'm off Thursday as cooking dinner and getting ready for work in the morning. Yeah. See? And again, Sunday's the day off. And there, right? Elizabeth, I have hit my highest word count in a month this month, which I am stoked about. Oh, you're awesome, hun. Misty, my biggest gold star moment is successful meetings this week that I organized, 3 of them, and I attended a webinar in poetry. Nice. Lori, thanks for the confetti. You are so welcome. I didn't get confetti at work, but I did get some gifts and a beautiful card. It was also my birthday last week, and Administrative Professionals Day, so I had all 3 to celebrate. Oh, that's very cool. And a happy birthday, hon. We haven't used this one either for a while. Happy birthday, hon. Oh, more balloons and confetti. There you go. It's been a while. Nothing has really lined up for me to allow me to actually use these things. I'm loving this. Happy birthday, happy retirement, and I can't wait to see what you do with this new life that you have. Let's see. Cat Gold Star, good craft fair, avoiding reorganizing the garage. Ooh, that's I hit it on that one. Let's see, Raina, happy birthday, Lori. Yes, that young woman seriously looks like me. That's great. I love it. All right, guys, we're going to dive on into our next panel. I kept saying I was going to get into core exercises and get to the gym. Well, this month I'm going to make that happen. So I'm going to do daily core exercises just in the house, simple like 10-minute core just to get started. And I want to get to the gym once this week with my daughter. We have a gym in our clubhouse, in our complex. I don't have to go far. I just have to get out my front door. All right, guys, let's dive into our next one here. And that is distractions. I make it sound like it's such a small area, but these are the things that actually get in our way the most. Definition. Things that prevent someone from giving full attention to something else. Sound familiar? Oh, yeah. It is life. It is all the little things that come at us when we decided we're going to do A, B, and C, and then bang, there they are. And so much of it we agree to it, and so much of it, I don't know why this happens. It's the universe, I swear. You agree to it, but then it comes when it's like the worst time. It's like, why, right? Okay, guys, we're going to use the bulk of page 1 for this one. We have all sorts of space given to ourselves here so we can actually start forming a good solid plan to see all the things we want to check off and move forward on. The major conflicts, just like we do with the monthly, that one we're just thinking in terms of if there's something we can do to get ahead of that. So if we know we're going on vacation the first week of June, that gives us a month to move some of those projects we want to get done maybe up so we can take the full week off for the holiday in June, right? For the vacation. But we need to see where it's coming, when it's coming, so we can actually formulate that plan and start taking a little bit more on each week. So we can take, say you're 1 week off and you have a certain number of words that you want to do. You're probably not much you could get about the word if you're exercise, but maybe you can formulate a plan for that. Maybe the hotel you'll be staying at will have a gym. Or you can just find extra steps and, walk to the museum or walk to dinner or something instead. And that can be where your steps come in, right? And just kind of start thinking little ways that you can actually formulate to ensure that things are still happening. And like I said, if it's work you don't want to be doing, how can you fit it into your schedule in the month of May? And move it forward and break it down to that little bit more that you can give a little extra push now. That'll give you the freedom to really enjoy that holiday. Let's see. Elizabeth, this neck injury I have and this fatigue I have because of it is what is my biggest distraction? Oh, pain. Yes, pain. It derails us. It just knocks us down. Triple C, I just finished editing my rough draft through Pro Writing Aid. So excited to go through from the beginning now and make revisions before sending it out for further feedback. And it just started raining, which I absolutely love. How is everyone? I am fantastic. How are you doing, hon? That sounds amazing. Congrats. Okay, guys, we're going to keep going, though. This one gets a bit long because there's so much we consider. So your major conflicts, as I was just saying, is breaks in your routine. Some of them good, some of them bad, right? You got your vacations and your major holidays. You have conferences. All of those are good and fantastic things, right? And then you have surgeries, you have renovations, you have, you could even say like a deep cleaning of a space could get in your way, because in order to clean up a space, you tend to have to pull everything out. And then it creates chaos because it's all around you, right? So even that, if you have an area in your home that you're planning to do a deep clean on, well, that means you're probably, say for example, I want to go into my bedroom closet again. To do that right, I really should be pulling everything out of that closet again and reassessing it. But if I do that, then that means that I have to probably put everything on the bed, because where else is it going to go, right? And that means I'm now having to, when I want to go to bed that night, am I going to be done? I hope so, but will I? right? So even something as simple as that. So what we're going to decide is whether we want to relax, participate, enjoy, or recover for what is the purpose of this. Basically what piece of it can we do this week to get ahead of it. That's all we want to do. I won't put a timer on this one because not everybody has this one to deal with, but keep it in mind and keep it as one of the ones you're going to come back to. Maybe just note down what the interruption is going to be, so that way you can easily, you'll at least have that noted, this piece, right? Elizabeth, I've been having a hard time waking up in the mornings. I can sleep 10 plus hours a night. Oh, easy. Oh, yeah. Cat, yes, my wrist pain comes and goes, and it's really a big distraction. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Major important dates next 2 weeks. There's a section on here for you to put down the date, the start time, the end time, and any reminders that you might need. This is for holidays and events, birthdays, appointments, and commitments that you've made. You want to note your travel time, especially if it's going to be a little bit more out of your way. Or the other one, I don't know if I've ever said this one before, you're going to be driving during a heavy traffic time. That can mess you up. That could mess you up badly, because the normal 10-minute drive can suddenly take, 15 or 20 because traffic is just not moving. So think about that, right? Your action steps, your prep, your confirmation if needed. Most things nowadays come with a little checkbox or another email saying, are you going to come? And then any paperwork, get that done beforehand, have it ready to go someplace you won't forget it. And that way you're ready when you get there and everything will be in its place. Okay, let's get a 2-minute timer up. And I don't like being traffic. I'm supposed to. Okay, guys, 2 minutes. And I'm going to use Google Calendar for this because I still don't use my monthly calendar in my paper planner because, why would I? I keep meaning to. I will someday. I promise myself I will. Okay, and go, guys. What are you doing, you doofus? For quiet dog, you're making a lot of noise. Okay, so we've got Special Olympics. Okay, so Monday. Lay down. Okay. Third will be no, 4. And 30 at 2. And that's 4 to 6. What did you guys come up with? We also have Mother's Day coming up on the 12th, so let's take a note of that. Get that down there. I forgot to write down chess. Well, that will be on the 3rd. 10 there. Those are repeat ones. I really don't need to write that down anymore. Let's see. Elizabeth, my grandmother's 79th birthday is on May 9th. Very cool. Triple C, it's my personal. I'm going to dedicate to my dog, Delilah. We are putting, oh no, she spent so much time next to me while I wrote a book. It feels right to dedicate her. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, sweets. Oh, I hear you on that one. Triple C, tell your grandmother I say hello, Elizabeth, and happy birthday. Elizabeth can do, yes. Rita, quarterly blood loves for me, and double down to and wedding anniversary, Mother's Day, and weekend. Nice. Our next part is the life test. Now, there is a subbed area for just about everything here, including an other for anything that maybe you don't see on this list. The 12th will be Mother's Day. May 12th. God, does that sound wrong? It sounds wrong. Oh, well, it is what it is, right? So our life tests. This is our place where we can put down, we may not get to everything we want to get to, but we do want to make sure that we're at least considering the things that we want to check off on our box, check off this week in terms of our chores, our errands. We want to do our sleep equation to ensure that we're getting enough sleep. The groceries, meal planning, and cooking overview. There's a nice little form here for you. P for meal planning, G for grocery shopping, and little tick boxes so you can check off which meals you're going to be preparing so that you can actually just get ahead of that. It can also hopefully help inform your grocery shopping as well, so you're buying enough of what you need. And that means no extra trips to the grocery store because you forgot something, right? Let's see, your morning and evening routines, any tweaks you might want to make to it, anything you want to stop doing. Maybe you're finding yourself watching TV or playing playing video games until late hour, and you find that you're really hyped up because of that and you have troubles going to sleep. So maybe you want to end a half hour earlier and replace that time with some quiet reading, and that way you can mellow yourself down and get into a deeper sleep. Highly, highly recommend the Kindle Paperwhite for that. It's light, it's easy to read in bed, it doesn't disturb your partner, and it really allows you to just kind of mellow out and you just fall asleep so much more easily. Let's see, banking and bill due dates. I do have to make sure that I have to get that down this week. Okay. Those done because for sure that's due. The other is any insurance that might have to be done, processed, family time that you want to take part in, and of course the day job. That one is going to be a good chunk of time. This is not the thing you're choosing to do. This is the job that you go to that someday you hope to replace. Someday you hope to retire from it, right? And of course, always batch together related tasks. So any of those smaller tasks do not get missed or ignored. And they're in their own little bundle of things that work together. Computer work, errands that you're going to run while you're already out of the house, chores that you're already doing. Maybe it's your chore day and you want to make sure that you maybe take a look at your files and make sure that they're looking good, right? Let's see. Triple C, going to hop off to give my brain a break before I start any revisions. Hope everyone has a great evening. See you next time. You too, hon. Lori, I have a card making class on Friday, an all-day scrapbooking event on Saturday, and my grandson's baseball game on Tuesday. Very cool. Okay, so let's get that timer up, and we're going to just list out anything that comes to mind of any of the categories that you want to put a little detail to. And this is our wish list, right? This is the things we hope to get done this week. And if you want to prioritize them with a 1, 2, 3, you can do that too. And begin. Hmm. This grocery shopping. Okay, how did you guys do? Um, Candace, thanks, Trace. Thanks, everyone. Gotta leave early. That's okay. You can always hit the replay, hon. It's all good. We do what works for us around here. We don't interrupt life for things if they're not going to help us, right? So if it doesn't work for you right now, you hit the replay. It's all good. It's okay. Don't feel bad. Let's see here. I have one more little note here because it's an area that has been driving me insane. Got unruly when the weather kind of went icky again on us, and I need to get it organized. I hate my front entry. I don't know if I ever said that before. Despise it. It is an unruly area that just, I have to find some better solutions for it. That's all there is to it. What I'm currently using is failing me badly. I need something better. Okay, guys. We're going to dive on into the ticking clock. The definition, a time limit or deadline that adds constraint, obstacles, and ensures the protagonist must act. When we have that sense of time and we see that it's precious, we will use it better, we will protect it, and we will ensure that it gets used for the right things, right? When we think, and I don't know about you guys, when you think you have all the time in the world, how much of it gets wasted on nothing? You know, as you're talking yourself into, or trying to decide, actually worse, trying to decide what it is you should work on. That's what we're trying to prevent here. We know what we need to work on when we have time, and we're more precious about that time that we have. Let's see, Vamika, I need to maybe limit or stop writing sprints on work weeks, as I can definitely feel me getting too excited and then not sleeping great as I want to keep writing. I work 7 days on, 7 days off. Oh, yeah, maybe limit yourself maybe to that 90 minutes to the hour and a half or something. And that way you are getting some in, but you are also realizing that you need the sleep and you need to be able to shut down. And you can take the other half-hour time and maybe make that a reading break or something. And that way you can transition into the more calmer, mellow. I know when I start writing, I don't want to end either. I force myself to do it because I know that I need the physical break and I need to get out of my chair and move around. Otherwise, my lower back's going to kill me. And I don't want to pay for that. So I get my butt out of the chair. But the same thing, my head, oh, my heart, it wants to keep going. All right, guys, this is the piece that we're going to use, that upper right-hand side. And this is kind of just best guessed, right? Guess. We don't have to have exact numbers here. We're trying to get a kind of a visual of how much time we're already giving to the things that we consider distractions. Right? So these are the things that are in our life that we're going to be seeing as our have-tos. This is our have-to list. So you have sleep. Gotta get your sleep. I have, make sure you're getting a good amount of sleep, guys, because otherwise it's not good for your health and it's going to catch up to you, right? All right, guys, so the first one is knowledge time. What isn't on the list? You may have noticed that there is no place on the list for self-care or health exercise. That's because I believe both deserve the time they need to be protected time. And they belong on page 2. Because while we're trying to make ourselves healthier, we're also serving our bodies better so that we can get more done, right? So we want to we don't want to consider them distractions because they're not bad things. Both of them are extremely good for us. And I think they belong in the special world with us, and we want to take that with us, right? And we're trying not to sacrifice them when we create our plan. I mean, what is the use of getting it all done, but feeling so unhealthy and tired that you can't enjoy it? We don't want that. We want to feel good, right? So both of those you'll find on page 2. So knowledge of time. You have 168 hours this week. Most of them are already spoken for. So you have 168 hours less, 49 hours for sleep. You'll notice that's only 7 hours each night. I don't recommend that. I know a lot of us live in that zone, which is why I put it down there that way. But the reality is try for more if you can. Okay? 45 hours for the day job. That is an 8-hour full-time job with a half-hour travel time there and back. So that's 45 hours. 21 for meals and cooking. This, of course, you'll change and adjust depending on how much cooking you're doing versus just eating, sitting down to eat. It's a very different, there's a shift in time there. Every meal you cook, even the quickest meal, tends to be, we'll say, making a peanut butter sandwich. Even that's going to take you about 5 to 10 minutes to make a peanut butter sandwich, right? Because you're got to pull everything out, you got to make it, you have to then put everything away. You're not leaving it out on the counter for someone else. You wouldn't do that, right? So, even something like that is going to take you about 10 minutes. We don't think of it like that because we're just making a peanut butter sandwich, but that's a 10-minute chunk of time, right? As simple as that. If you're cooking a meal and you're working with raw ingredients and chopping and sauteing and, working something into a full actual meal, that takes time. It takes at least an hour, right? So we have 14 hours for family time. That's sort of one I put down there. We do a couple hours each night as a family, just being together. Two for errands. And I try desperately to keep it to that and try to limit the number of times that we're out of the house just randomly for picking up things that I forgot. I hate doing that. 3 for chores, 3.5 hours each for morning and evening routine. Now, that sounds like that's a good chunk, right? That's going to leave 27 hours for your goals. Now let's take a moment and we're going to figure out, what does your time look like by calculating. Let's see, Elizabeth, I am getting about 10 hours of sleep a night due to fatigue. Oh yeah, I can sleep up to 12 hours, but I'm not always having a restful sleep. Oh, I hear you on that. Oh yeah, Elizabeth, I want to aim to sleep a bit less, but my body isn't letting me. I want to treat the fatigue adequately. Yeah, and you are going through something. So it might be just a simple, this might be one of those moments in time where you're going to have to shift and allow your body what it needs, right? You're going to have less time, but again, we are trying to be healthy and happy, right? I have a hard time falling asleep. Can you try some of the things that are more mellow before you head to sleep? All right, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up and just give a number to each. And like I said, best guess. We're not going for perfection here. We're going for just an idea of what it looks like, right? And go. Actually take you down. Appointments. Let's do. So, what is it for the week? Okay, how did you guys do? I just realized I had to add one in there because my daughter has her Special Olympics stuff. And the shift in the spring stuff versus the winter season, the winter season one generally is really close to us. We don't really have to go too far for it. We had one that pulled us a little bit away in the very beginning there, but that ended before Christmas, and then all the other ones were like right around here. So really close to get to. Not a lot of interruption to my own personal time. Spring is different. Spring is everything except for one has us going away and out. All right, let's see. Laurie, I accounted for 8 to 8.5 hours a night. I find I feel so much better if I can get this uninterrupted. I need to give myself an hour to fall asleep as my mind just races. Yeah, and do something mellow, right? Kat, I'm a night owl, but we do so much during the day that my body is warring with itself when I go to bed. I end up reading or watching movies until late. Yeah, you're going to have to make some changes because you're young right now, so your body can do that. But there's going to come a point and you're going to see some changes in your health and you don't want to do that. So yeah, maybe try to think some strategies you can do to mellow out and do small changes at first. Only like, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, like not huge changes, and go to bed that little bit earlier. Maybe put the remote, like make it harder on yourself to watch a movie. If you're watching on a computer, turn off your computer so it has to boot up. Like make a little negative in there for yourself that if you really want to do it, then you're going to have to turn your computer back on. You got to wait. And I know they're not the longest wait, but at just those little walls that you can put up in between, right? Laurie, my protected time nearly doubled. I have 77 hours of protected time. Just think of all that I can do, but I'm sure something will happen to change this. I'll remain positive though. And keep in mind, you're also going to have a much larger percentage for your self-care time in there. And that can come into a little bit of those other things that come into your life, right? You're going to have that time too, right? Let's see, Rita. I need the 8 to 9 hours a night of sleep too. I hate waking up through the night. Since I've been up every day this week at 6:30, naps will be needed. Oh, yeah. Especially if you're not used to it. Oh, yeah. Lordy Cat, yes, this is me as well. I find I get sleepy around 11 or so, but can't always fall asleep. So I then watch a movie in hopes I'll fall asleep. It's too stimulating. Something more quiet. Elizabeth, I can have about 40 to 50 hours a week this week to work, but I probably won't work 40 to 50 hours. I'll aim for 30 hours. Perfect. Yes. All right. Everyone's got their numbers. Let's dive on into the next section, which is story beats, the frame over which you drape your plot. Sounds really fancy, but really all it is our little storyboard, which is basically giving a little bit of a definition to each day of the week so we can kind of see where we can fit in everything else that we want to do. On those days that are on the full days, that means you have the entire day to yourself. There's no other commitments. It's all yours. Half days mean you've gone to work and you get the remainder to do with whatever you want. Pinch days, crazy busy days when everything falls on that day, and it feels like you can get nothing else done. It's every hour feels like it's booked with something. And then I swear the universe goes ha 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 and throws something else at you. I don't know about you guys, but I swear it does. Your life task days are those days where you're going to run your errands and stuff. Like I said, I really try to limit those now because I find that every time I go outside the door, it's not a 5-minute pop into the grocery store and pop back out. Never happens. It's like always 15, 20 minutes. Face it, what are you in there for? You're in there for the milk and the eggs and the butter, right? And it's at the back of the store. You're going to be in there for a minimum of like 15 minutes before you're allowed to leave. Or you can get yourself to leave. Plus you have all the stimuli around you, all the things that you could be buying. And then your brain starts thinking, what did I forget? I know there was something I was going to pick up when I came here. What was it? And all this time kind of gets taken from you, right? I try to limit those. And then true days off are when you're going to have a day off and go do other things, right? So we want to make sure we give a framework to that. So let's take a quick 2 minutes and figure out what the week looks like and how much time we have for each. And go. This is the first. Don't. So this one here is DE day. Maybe. Switch gears. And, this one I may have to be off earlier. This one's earlier. I think it's going to be this one here and maybe this one. What did you guys come up with? Just for survival, I ended up putting my life task day on a day I don't want it. But as I said, this is the last week of the course. I would like to see everything tucked in and handed in by Wednesday. So I don't really want to make Tuesday a running around day if I don't have to. I'm trying to think of strategy here. If I can delay our... Not sure. It sucks because I'm not sure. Oh, but actually here I do need to note put a little special symbol there just to remind myself. Cat, I have to go. My dog wants to go outside. Where's mine? He's just sleeping and being a bored little thing. He's happy. He probably has to go back upstairs because Mummy's being boring, but that's okay. Okay, guys. Protected time. Time kept safe or defended against interruption so you can achieve what matters to you. This is our precious time, guys. This is our protected time. This is the time that we did the calculation for so that we know what we have to work with. Let's see, Rita, half days from Monday to Friday and full days for Saturday and Sunday. Life day will also be Friday. Perfect. Lori, Monday full, Tuesday half, Wednesday half, Thursday life task day, Friday half day, Saturday off, and Sunday half. Ooh, beautiful. Love it. Okay, guys, with this one, we are going to use that first section of page 2, and we're going to do some math. We're going to use that number that we came up with in the ticking clock, and we're going to use that whatever calculation you came up with to come up with these numbers for our big goal, our 2 medium goals, and our small goals, and our self-care. And like I said, health is, I'm hoping you will make one of your goals. Okay, guys, so, oh, did I not? I'm going to move this one forward because I feel like it needs to be talked about before we actually get into those numbers, because this may help you decide whether you want this to be a big goal, your medium goal, or your small goal. So health goal in 3 parts. You have your physical, which is your movement and exercise, which I recommend combining with your new skills. So, watching YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, basically moving and learning together, positioning your, if you have a exercise equipment, positioning your monitor so you can, or your TV, so you can watch something and learn something while you exercise, right? Your diet choices, so that's all physical, that's your physical well-being. Then you also have your mental, you have meditation, but you also have your planning, your daily, weekly, your monthly, quarterly, your business and goal setting, your budget, and your self-care scheduled, making sure that they all happen. That's all good for your mental health. Then you have your self-discovery, which is helping you to create the Protagonist 2.0, right? This is your journaling, your morning pages, your process evaluation, and those personal goals. And I highly recommend a 6-week rotation on that, because that gives you enough time to not get bored, to be able to evaluate and tweak. You should be able to see changes in that time. And I feel like it's a good place to put the personal goals, because often these will be the things that may get a little bit pushed aside. Okay, so I'm glad that's there. I like that better. I want you guys to keep that in mind as we're moving into the protected time. Your first rule, don't give 100% the right way. We give 95%. We give 40% to our big goal, 20% each to our medium goals, and 5% each to our small goals. And then that remainder will be your self-care. And what does that look like in hours? So you have, this is the 27 hours from the example. That's your 40% was 11 hours. That was rounded up. 20% was 5 hours each, rounded down. Everything else I think was rounded down. Your small goal, 5%, is an hour each. And then that remainder is the difference, and the last 5%, and that's your self-care. Rita, since I switched planning and journaling under health goal, my goal task blocks have increased. I love that. All right, we're going to use the math of protected time percentage equals focus time. So for the example, we took, 27 minutes. It's under some minutes, 27 hours. Am I in sprinting mode? Times 40% was 10.8. Round it up to 11, right? So take whatever number you got for your protected time and calculate it, times it by 40%, 20%, and 5%, and fill in accordingly. We're not even going to designate what is what yet. We're just going to put down the numbers. Okay, guys, 2 minutes and proceed. Okay, what did you guys come up with? I had a total of 40 hours this time for protective time. I did include probably more than I needed to, honestly, for my daughter's activities, but at the same time, I don't want to underestimate either, because if there's traffic, that takes longer to get there. And also, both. I don't know which one is worse. One, we end up having to drive down the highway into another community, and the other, we are generally staying in the central area, but it's on the outskirts of that, and it's all through city driving, and it sucks. I kind of hate it. I sign her up because I know she enjoys the sport, but at the same time, me personally, I want to cry a little. Let's see. Raina, love this way of planning. Going to have to catch the replay as it's really late here and I'm feeling sleepy and need to go to bed. Hey, catch the replay, hon. It's perfectly fine. We have to listen to our bodies, right? Perfectly fine. Catch the replay. Just make sure you get your planning done. That's all I suggest. That way you feel more organized and more relaxed the rest of the week, right? I mean, literally yesterday when I finished doing the monthly planning, I felt like I was able to breathe. I felt like I was holding my breath before that, having to think about all the things that that I didn't have answers for but yet. And then when I was done, I did have answers and it felt really good. Is protected time like self-care time or work time? Protected time is your the things that really matter to you time. So I consider the day job the thing that most of us are wanting to eventually replace with our writing income or our creative income. That to me is very ordinary world. I put that on page 1. And everything about protected time is that time that is easy for others to not realize it's important to us. They don't seem to see when we're writing that little interruptions hurt us, and it also delays us, right? So protected time is very much our creative time, our project time, our health time, getting the things, taking care of us, right? I hope that helps. Alright guys, this is our goals pyramid. So you have your one big goal, which was at 40%, your 2 medium goals, which are 20%, and 2 to 3 small goals, which are your 5% goals. I should say 1 to 2. You can have 1 to 2 medium goals. So you're going to name your goals, your big picture categories. When choosing where to put your health goal, that depends on how much time you wish to give to it. So think about how you want to show up for that, how much time you want to give to that. That includes your planning, that includes your journaling, that includes any meditation that you may do, and that includes the actual physical exercise that you will be doing. So think about how much time that's going to take. Until I finally started putting it into as the big goal, I was continuously fighting myself. And not believing that, and filling it with other things and causing myself more stress than was actually that I should have, right? And there's already a section provided for you. The final slot is reserved for your fun list, which is what I call our self-care, because I want everything on that list to be something that brings you joy and doesn't have to lead to any kind of product. If this is your fun time, this is your just do whatever you feel like time, right? Okay guys, so let's jump in and we'll do I need to resize this, I realize, but I will do that after. I'm gonna leave a quick note to myself. Okay guys, 2 minutes and let's name those categories and go. Let's see. Oh, no. Oops, get out of there. Let's see. Actually, my mouse was not working for like a half hour, so I'm late, but finally here. Ah, that's okay, hon. It happens. Jen, do you have a baby? Oh, how close are you, hon? Rita, what should be going in the square section of the goals? I just left it there as a visual to pull over from the, to give it that visual weight that shows you immediately without even looking at the time that that big goal needs more of your time than the medium or the small. And it just very much a visual. If you can think of something cool that you could put in there, let me know. I hadn't really considered it. I just put it there as a visual reminder to give it the weight that it deserves and make sure that we are giving the time where it needs to be. Because we're not going to get very far if, yes, we'll be happy if we were to say, take that 40% and make that into our fun list. We're going to be happy, but how happy will we be if we are not exercising at all, or not writing, or not doing development, doing anything that you really want to do, right? So I wanted to give it that weight and that visual reminder. That's what I thought. Thanks. All right, guys, do you have your categories? Let's dive on into the planning, or the plotting and the plan. A series of related events making up a story, and an intention or a decision about what one is going to do. What is your intention? This is what our first pass is when we're doing this, is deciding what we're going to do this week, what we're going to try to do this week. It's still easy to overestimate and take too much on, but we're trying to train ourselves to see what we can do with the amount of time that we have. Let's see. Misty Woot, that was tough, but very helpful. Oh, interesting. Okay. Share if you'd like. Lori, I'm only sticking with one big goal, which is writing 6 chapters this week, 1 chapter a day. You've got this, son. And you can allocate the things as you see, like just because I say writing and development and YouTube, and that isn't my life. That is the things that I'm having to deal with, that I'm wanting to deal with, right? Those are my commitments. Those are the things that matter to me. But if you don't have a YouTube channel, you don't have to worry about that. If you're not going to be, if writing is it, writing in your health, hey, you get those 2 down there, you're going to be happy, you're going to be healthy, and you're going to be feeling good, right? Let's see, Ashley to Jen, yes. He was born April 9th. Oh, congrats, hon. Oh, do we have a name? You can share. Let's see. So as you can see, this is split over 2 pieces. Your plotting is basically the projects that you are going to work on that bring you closer for that goal. Those are the projects you're going to work on this week. And the plan is which pieces of the puzzle you're going to be working on. The breakdown to make it easier for yourself. Jen, yay, congrats. What's his name? The other kids love him? His name is Cameron. Ah, sweet. Ah, I hope there's lots of family love going on right now. All right, guys. Projects. This is what goes under the plotting. These are the projects that are going to move you forward this week in your goals. Let's see. Ashley, my 20-month-old, was indifferent at first. But yes, they all love him. Aw, Misty, my son Austin, was born on April 9th as well. He is 28 now. Aw, sweet. Jen, do you have Instagram or Facebook? I want to see your kids, but I get if I don't, if you don't post them. Same name on there. Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to dive on in and just note out the projects. If a detail comes to mind of some piece of it that you want to work on, you want to break it down, well, then go ahead and put it under the plan. But try to get just the big pieces out right now for each project, each goal, and go. Oh, and zoom. There. Okay. Let's see. My grandson's name is Cameron. Love the name and congrats, Ashley. Oh yeah. You don't hear the name Cameron that often. Yeah, it kind of, yeah, you don't really hear it that much anymore, do you? It's been a bit. Yeah, I heard it all the time when I was younger, but I guess it's making a rotation. They all do, right? Let's see here. So the plan. Let's take a couple of minutes to start breaking the projects down to the tasks we will complete this week, the plot points, the chapters, the scenes, and the tools we'll use to support them, like live sprints, new knowledge, targets, and journaling. You may also want to consider some business tasks that may be time for. So some min tasks you might have, any banking, meeting, workshops, or courses that are related to the to your protected time projects, any skill-paced videos or reading that you need to do, and live sprints that will support you. And again, batching things together. That way you can really maximize. And it's a 2-minute timer up there, and yeah. 7 and journaling. I haven't done that this week. Let's do that at the 5th. And what else? Journal. It's another one. An assignment. Okay. And Zoom. Okay, what did you guys come up with? I ended up with, I hope I'm not messing up this week. I still need to finish off my course. And I have 8 hours. I think I can do it in that time. I think I'll be okay. Writing. I gotta do some math. But I think I'll be okay. I might be okay. I should be okay. I may actually for this week. Take the weight of 1. I'm going to take 1 hour off from my small goal, and I think I'm going to give it to my writing goal. I think it serves better there. It is my second, it's my second goal. I should be developmental editing, should be first right now, but I've done enough planning and plotting and outlining with this story now that I am ready to write. So I want to get started on that. All right, guys. We have our next little section here, which is that's just that column beside your plan. That allows you to figure out where your deep focus time is going to be. Knowing what you did on the storyboard, where do you see opportunities for deep focus, where you can focus in on the goal for a 2 to 3 hour session. I highly recommend giving yourself a small agenda for this, so that way you're really maximizing what it is that you want to get done. I think I screwed up with my math. I changed up a small goal. Okay. What happened? Let me know. Like mine, that very third small goal, I've got that one as being extremely light right now. Like it's in its baby steps, newness, and that's okay with me. So stealing an hour from that, I feel good with, because I know that the other two are bigger and I don't want to take from the health goal. So I know I need that kind of time in order to actually do the things I want, to be making healthier choices, to being able to properly journal and plan, and I don't want to mess with that. So I will take it from the one that is in its little infancy that could wait. Okay, guys, let's just do a quick 2 minutes and we will throw down anything that we can, any spots where we see an opportunity for a deep focus. I tend to recommend these for your big goal and your 2 medium goals. But you know what? If there's time and a space, for sure, you can do them on your small goals as well. You do what works for you, right? And begin. Let's see. Hmm. This one will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes. Okay. I was just doing the math on my health one just to see what that worked out to. And it actually is pretty consistent with what I'm doing. So I think that should work. I found a slight I'm about an hour and a half shy on the writing goal if I am sticking to the 90-91 challenge. So somebody else may get a little tweak somewhere in here and just be maybe just not as much of a priority this week. Just simply. And you know what? There are going to be some weeks like that, right? There are going to be some weeks when you realize that that really minor goal is going to have to be set aside. So I might just scrub that for this week and give those 2 hours to my writing goal. And it gets me at least into the framework of what I need to do and what I'm trying to do and the promise that I made to myself. And that can just simply be because this week it needs it, right? Okay, guys, your fun list. This is, as I said, all the fun things that you like to do, and no product has to come from this, guys. This is just about joy. So your favorite activities, your guilty pleasures, you're getting outdoors, you're trying something new, you're reading, you're playing games, whatever makes you happy, that's what we're doing here. Okay, guys, quick 2 minutes to fill out. There's 5 bullets there for the your fun list. Fill in what you'd like to be doing this week, just for relaxation, fun, and joy. And go. I'm going to give this 0. Okay, what was the funnest thing you put on your list? You guys are gonna think I'm crazy. I actually made sure that I put the office reset onto here. It's not fun, but I know once I do it, I'm gonna be so much happier. I can feel the chaos behind me, even when I'm ignoring it. So once I get to do this, I know that it is something that will bring me so much peace. It's worth it. It's worth it. I want it on there. If I look at everything that I put on there, if I didn't get to do any of the other stuff on there and I just got to do that, I know how good I would feel and so how much happier I would feel. And it kind of becomes, it's actually part of the health goal as well, I think, on that one, because it's bugging me. And I want to be able to get it in everything in its place. So I'm going to consider that a part of that. Hopefully I can do it within the time that I have with the health goal. But if I need to do a little bit from there, I'm not going to regret it because it'll bring me happiness. Let's see, Misty hanging out by the pool. Nice. Rita's sitting on the deck with the outside cats and just nothing but resting and enjoying the sun. Sounds perfect. I love it. I do actually, I will put a little caveat to that. I want to go on like a little walking date with the hubby. I think that'd be fun. I want to get out and do something a little more physical together. And the weather is, we got to tolerate a couple more days of ick. But I think on the other side of that, there's some nice weather coming our way. I want to get out, do something together, and just get out and, we do tend to do restaurants and stuff like that, but I want to get a little more of a physical aspect to that little walking adventure. Let's see. So we're into our second to last section, which is the protagonist. This is creating version 2.0, future you. And the definition is the character who drives the action. So we are going to use that last little piece there on the right hand side of page 2, and figure out what our new skills are that we want to work on, or continued new skills. I should put that on there. Our misbelief that we want to tackle this week, and daily habits, what we can what we want to make sure we're doing daily. Let's see, Lori, my fun activity is putting together layouts for my scrapbooking event. I put together photos, papers, and embellishments. So fun. I used to do that. I know. I like that. Hey, guys, our new continued skills. What knowledge are you lacking? Sources can be YouTube, books, courses, and honestly, it could be a friend. If you've got somebody who knows, or a family member who knows about this, split a pizza, and sit down and let them teach you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having another person help you out if they know what they're doing. I turn to my daughter all the time because she knows certain things that I'm sort of just starting to touch on. Sit down, we'll have a chat. She can show me some things and we can throw ideas back and forth. Her marketing course that she's taking, she throws all sorts of stuff at me that I'm learning, and she's giving meaning to it. It's great. Is it free? Do you have to apply for it, or do you just simply purchase it? What does your reading study time look like? What does the coursework look like? How much time do you have to give to that? Those kind of thoughts. Your practice time. Literally taking that time to practice the skill and take it from learning it to using it will make it so much more valuable to you. And then your evaluation. Let's get a 2-minute timer on there and figure out what it is that you're going to tackle this week on improving you, and go. Oops. Okay, what did you guys come up with? I want to do a little more specific genre reading, and it actually combines with my course, and I want to find some examples of, pardon me, some romantic fantasies. I have to read them anyway, but a lot of them I've read are sort of older ones. I've read some new ones too, but a lot of them are older. So I want to find something that is newer, maybe say 5 titles, and take a look at basically how that is handled, especially if I can find something that has something comedic to it, and just make sure that I'm hitting the needs of the genre, and I have everything considered within the outline, because right now it'd be really easy to tweak and shift something in there or something out. And I want to make sure that everything is coming together nice. So what did you guys come up with? While you guys are typing, I will move on to our next one here, which is our misbeliefs. What bad choices have you been making that are affecting your overall health, energy, and concentration? Goal, make one small change this week. Example, drink water in place of sugary drinks. I finally purchased a veggie tray, so now I can do it properly, and I have one less obstacle in front of me when I actually want to make a healthier little snack. I was basically before using one of those aluminum trays that you can get from the dollar store, because I couldn't find one that I liked. I was really surprised about that. I couldn't find one that I liked. So I did get one. So time to give her a nice rinse, give her a nice wash, and fill her up with nice fresh veggies so we are ready for the week. Let's see. Lori, I want to learn more about website design. What are authors doing? How are they branding themselves? I currently use Winx, but want to update. Love that. Perfect. Yeah, web design is, I don't think I mean, what I know from web design before, I think a lot of the rules have changed, and I think that updating yourself is a perfect way to go for sure. Okay, guys, let's get our 2-minute timer up there for our misbelief. And what are you going to work on this week? Small change that's going to make a happier, healthier you, a more informed you, and go. Perfect. Okay, Misty, I have had this as a goal for some time, and I have the video already saved to learn Notion. I love that. Perfect. I also have a reminder for myself to take the allergy pill. I am actually really have a really good habit now for water first, before I drink any coffee, before I do drink anything else dehydrating, if I reach for any teas or anything like that, I have to have water first and have a nice tall glass of it. But I have been bad this year about having my allergy pills, and it is the season that I can't really ignore that because it ends up making me feel off, and I don't want to feel off. So if I'm going to combine the two, I'm going to have the allergy pill first with the water, and that way I'm starting the day right, and I'm going to be feeling good. So what did you guys come up with for your misbelief? I can't believe that it's such a simple thing that I have been messing myself on. Laurie, I've been saying this for months now, but I need to cut down on eating snacks before bed, and I have done well this past week with this. I also need to drink more water. So maybe make it what can you do there? Well, even maybe instead of cutting the snacks entirely, you could have swap for a healthier snack before bed, and then slowly then be kind of work your way away from that even, and that way it's you still can have that snacky evening feel, but you can also you know not be eating something that's so heavy that it's making it hard to sleep. And I need to do some quiet activity or relaxation technique before bed. Yes, for sure. Rita, I have been wanting to get back into yoga, and I found a cheap mat yesterday, so now I have no excuse. I even joined a few YouTube channels. Hey, that's perfect. I love that. All right, guys. Daily habits. What 3 to 5 things do you want to work on daily this week? What goals are they connected to? When we connect them to our bigger goals, we're more likely to do them. So example, walking 5K per day is connected to your health goal. And daily writing, I'm actually calling it capture words right now because that allows me that even if I just want to take notes on what I'm thinking, it is freeing me to be able to just those words don't have to move the story forward, but I can work through an idea that would, and do some plotting on the side, right? Some more tweaking the outline and stuff. And I'm just going to call it capturing words. And that way I'm freeing myself to make sure that I'm doing a daily writing practice, but it's broader than that. And I can get my writing goal taken care of. Let's see, Laura, I need to prep healthier snacks instead of reaching for the sugary snacks. Oh, yeah. We found Old Dutch does baked chips, and they're better than the Lay's ones. I like them much better, and they do ketchup chips. Oh, you guys are in the States. I don't know if you guys have ketchup chips. And they do dill pickle, and both are absolutely delicious, and there's like 70% less calories or something. They're less greasy, they're baked, and you still get to have that crunch, which is what we love, a little bit of salty, but yeah, you feel a lot better eating them. If you now want to eat a regular bag of chips, like, oh no. Rita's got to run. Thanks all. Thank you for hanging out with us, hon. Okay, quick 2 minutes, and then we'll be getting out of here with our finals stage, and I can set you guys loose to go and make your planners all pretty. Okay, guys, I'll see you on the other side of 2, and go. Hmm. Okay, Lori, daily habits are writing 3 to 5K a day, drink 3 bottles of water a day, which is an improvement for me. Hey, any improvement you can make, right? Walking around the neighborhood daily. I love that. All right, guys, our last one is stage 9 and the rising action. All the events that happen in a story on the way to the climax. The climax will be next Sunday when we see how we did, how much we accomplished, what we learned about ourselves, what changes we want to make, and just taking a better and closer view of what works for us and creating an environment that works for us, right? So the outline is creating your master plan ideal week, securing your protected time in your planner. Doesn't matter what planner you use. I'm using a Legend planner. I set out, let's see, it doesn't come, let's see if I can show this to you here. It doesn't come with the lines that I put in, but what I do is I put in this vertical line here and this one here. And in this space here, I put anything that's kind of scheduled that's like a scheduled thing, something that I'm already doing that I know I have to do, and it's gonna get checked off for the day. Then I use this as my basically writing and development editing. Any of my goal stuff goes in that first one, or I should say second one. And then this stuff is all the personal stuff in that third column. And that way it allows me to just really just break it down. And of course, as the Legend Planner always does, it comes with the, the breakdown page over here. But I find it's nicer as I'm working through the week to have that, the 3 things, the scheduled, the goal stuff, and then the personal all divided out. Let's see. So you may be able to do something similar in your own planner. Schedule your self-care, your mental health, and your buffer days as needed. And this is your first draft of your weekly plan. Make adjustments as needed. Do not feel like you have to do it just because you wrote it down. You may realize, like I was doing as I was doing the timing there, that I couldn't really do, that I had to give up on that third small goal this week, because otherwise I'm not going to have the time for the writing goal that I need. So you take a look at what you need to do and you prioritize, right? Let's see. Misty, daily habits are flossing, exercise, flossing, I mean, exercise, prayer, reading, and meditation. Beautiful list. Lori, what book is this? I love it. Oh, that is a Legend planner. It's very shiny. I hope it'll show up nice. But it comes in, this is the weekly, I can't remember if it's the Pro or not. No, the Pro is big. The Pro is large. This is the A5 one. And it comes in all sorts of colors. This one is the rose gold. Is this still on the back? No, I took it off. Rose gold, but there's 2 rose gold. There's one that has rose gold, and then rose gold. I think I just got the rose gold, if I remember correctly. But yeah, you can have, there's just about every color you could ask for there. And they're inexpensive, and this one costs me $36 Canadian for the year, and I love it. I must say I love it. And it does come with, not that I ever use them, and you hear me complain about it, comes with a nice monthly page, and it also has a reflection as well and an area for notes, so you can kind of start thinking ahead, right? Beautiful. Love how it's set up. Gorgeous little book. Planner. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I will let you guys go because I have stolen you for an hour and 45 minutes. I think we had an amazing session today, though, and I think we really got to relax and enjoy the process, which is part of what I want to give to you as well, is the enjoyment of planning. It shouldn't be stressful. It should de-stress you, and it should make you happy and make you feel good, and just give you the framework you need for the week ahead. And that extra couple hours you give to that just makes everything else easier as you go forward into the new week. You are so welcome, Lori. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you guys throughout the rest of the week. You're so welcome, Misty. It's been awesome. This weekend has been amazing. As I said, if you haven't gotten to the monthly planning, check out that video from yesterday, and that way you can have the full package for the month. And you can just be able to relax, enjoy, know what's coming at you. And when something does, little detours come along, you know how to swerve and how to adjust and fix the plan again so it works for you. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys throughout the rest of the week, and I'll see you next weekend. Bye, guys. Thank you. Have a good one, guys.